Hello, console. You and I are going to be very good friends.
Yes, I know the Hyperion docking unannounced caused some switches to blow. That's fine. I don't care. We know the problem is more widespread than we thought. We're working to fix it. That's all.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda. I like to remind him of that now and then. Keep him humble.
Did the deal go through?
Then Addison's assist... It was a mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you...
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
What sort of problems have you seen on the neck?
Situation's gone to shit. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take... And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Jean Garson, was killed.
What happened to Jean Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly this... My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with the genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians' thousand. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years to your advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarian.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
Nothing more for now.
Try not to die out there.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Mello, you already checked the consoles down here, right? Huh. I think you forgot to hit confirm when you filled out the forms. They're not listed. Nah, it's fine. If you say you fixed them, you did. I'll just check those boxes.
What am I going to
Procedures
do?
for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
This console reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder.
Please speak with Tyrion Candros for authorization to participate.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
I'll deploy your people carefully, Candros.
Appreciate that, Ryder. But trust me, Apex can handle themselves. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
Tempest crew should report to the docking area at once.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Tyrion Ark.
What's the word on the Tyrion Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Candros family is old military. There were Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on They penned us like cattle for experiment. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back...
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
My team ran into some not-so-friendly locals on the way here.
Bony crests, advanced tech, merciless sons of bitches. They're called the Cat. We've sighted them on several worlds already. I've seen how dangerous they are firsthand. They could take the Nexus apart. Someday Addison will believe me.
It's rough out there. I might need backup, if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, But that isn't news to you, right?
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered?
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a...
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those Brit. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
Bye, Candros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
This is wrong. Just wrong. What am I going to do? It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jailer will allow you a visit. Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Pathfinder, no time for our beer yet. This place is a mess. Security is, let's call it strained.
I can believe it. The Nexus is running on empty.
Not just that. A lot of the exiles were security. Everyone was trained and armed for Frontier. We know Ket are dangerous, and now we have to worry about our people too. No idea where they went, but they left mad.
They were frustrated. If they just wanted to kill, they could have fought to the last.
Apparently we're the big hope for everyone. Not the Hyperion showing. Just us. I'm with you. It's just... a lot.
As long as the Nexus is here, as long as we're here...
Double down crisis mode. I can do that. Ready and willing, Pathfinder.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex. Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and... I guess I panicked and fired. Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Weapons and stuff. I got you covered. Use the console to take a look through what I got. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't missing half my stock.
Ouch. Why am I paying for these?
Half the supplies are inaccessible, what with how we crash landed and all. And I have to trade with the crooks out there for the rest, so...
Embarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions. Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex. Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
But the planet was toxic. What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Life is infinitely adaptable, as our expedition proves.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Lab.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry.
And maybe Addison will give us a... Pathfinder! Those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
If you donate more bio...
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help?
Perhaps. I discharged an await. They haven't reported in for some time. I sent them out there. Good, Dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know. The beauty of the cosmos unfolds in your planet scans, Pathfinder. But there is more they can do.
Do you have something in mind, Doctor?
Plans for a school are underway to inspire a new... I want to craft a model of the cluster. Add more scans to improve it.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion Coupling Annex.
Hello, I'm Jan Garson, founder of the initiative. It's through your hard work that you and all your colleagues look around at your achievements.
Founder Garson's office is Please select a topic. You are Scott Ryder, salary code 19B. Based on current staffing needs.
Seriously?
Why not plan on which beautiful colony you'll vacation on while you wait? For initiative strategy and Pathfinder coordination, for colonial affairs or outposts, for station maintenance, please for militia operations or Apex deployment, please see Tyran Kandros. Integration from the Hyperion is ongoing. Personnel are still restricted to operations. Viable planets capable of supporting life are key. The viability of a world is affected by... We have few viable planets currently within range. Resource levels are considered at risk. The selection process saw the Andromeda initiative after discovering an unusual... Even at a distance, 7 worlds nicknamed Habitats have the life-supporting environments and resources we need to start our new lives in Andromeda.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
You realize that?
This is Nexus Control to Hyperion. It's good to have you here.
What choice do we have?
Excellent.
How the hell? All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father. Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left half our gene stock back home. Not home. The Milky Way. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement, as Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career, and here we are, idling.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision.
Were you friends? Or...
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been...
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. Talk to Kandros if you haven't. He's unfortunately become the head of our military. And as soon as he realizes it, we're in the shit.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
There's also the strange technology.
We've tried. Not me. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
You've had no colony successes in over a year.
Less than you'd think. The skirt... We can't just plop down an outpost and... The initiative promised a goal.
And if it had?
Beautiful, utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus, or even me.
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, Alec promised a lot. None. That's what you're up against. Why? Prove me wrong.
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power from the Hyperion. All non-relevant repair requests are currently on hold until power coupling is complete.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we've found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules hers.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found. They'll do anything to prevent others from acting. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here.
How?
You need to increase the more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for EOS will be in the... And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No, I'm fine.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonies. Did you have some other business?
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough...
Publicly? The Scourge killed hundreds. Many, even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did Jean Garson...
With the rest of the leadership. When the Nexus... They were killed instantly. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Cantress mentioned something about hitting the Scourge.
Criminal elements took advantage of... We had no choice but to turn to... Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of us.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen. Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
My people tried to uplift them, but the what if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest... We've all left home in search of freedom. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as...
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Gian Garson's vision made it happen. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 21st, but she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, while we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several... The hope is that this station will one day... Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping... As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
As director of the initiative...
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
So how does anything get done?
In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So...
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds.
Right. Sorry. Any more information you can give me on the missing...
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, if they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the...
Are there any other arcs we should
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave. But before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a Rufo, whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, also scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward station?
I was afraid you'd ask. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field. But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
I'm happy to help. You will find our future.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is now at 100%.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My...
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Whoever's doing this has to be stopped before someone gets seriously hurt.
That's what I'm trying to do. But I'm an engineer, not a bee. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. Would you, if you have time, maybe you could help me if they start hitting critical systems?
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Fine.